Tonight, the inevitable happened. We begin at the State House, Nairobi, where President William Ruto took the much-anticipated decision of dismissing his cabinet. In a short address to the nation, President Ruto cited the recent events that include protests from the Gen Z necessitated the changes he had to announce. Our political affairs reporter, Stephen Leto, was at State House, Nairobi, and now reports on one of the most solemn afternoons in President William Ruto's tenure in office.
Without a doubt, this was a weighty moment for President William Samoei Ruto. An agonizing week had concluded in the inevitable.
Recent events that necessitated the withdrawal of the finance bill, which will require a review and reorganization of our budget and fiscal management, have brought us to an inflection point.
The inflection point having been forced by weeks of unprecedented protests around the country. Protests fronted by youthful Kenyans styling themselves as the Gen Z generation. Among their raft of demands was a call for the dismissal of the entire cabinet, a call which President Ruto now heeded.
Upon reflection, listening keenly to what the people of Kenya have said, and after a holistic appraisal of the performance of my cabinet and its achievements and challenges, I have today decided to dismiss with immediate effect all the cabinet secretaries and attorney general of the Republic of Kenya, of the Cabinet of Kenya, except the Prime Cabinet Secretary and Cabinet Secretary for Cabinet Secretary for Foreign Affairs and Diaspora Affairs, and of course, the Office of the Deputy President.
And with that stroke of the pen, President Ruto dissolved what effectively becomes the shortest-serving cabinet in Kenya's history. The cabinet, constituted shortly after the 2022 elections, had served a mere 20 months in office. President Ruto now embarks on an equally unprecedented task of constituting a mid-term cabinet, and this in the middle of extraordinary circumstances, compounded by a restless political base and an increasingly defiant and demanding base of the Kenyan youth. In his address, the president alluded to the existing atmosphere.
I will immediately engage in extensive consultations across different sectors and political formations and other Kenyans, both in public and private, with the aim of setting up a broad-based government that will assist me in accelerating and expediting the necessary, urgent, and irreversible implementation of the program that we have, including other radical measures and programs.
The president's address ended the same way it began. The weight of the moment visible in the body language of a president acting not entirely out of his own free will. With President William Ruto having pulled a surprise move and dissolved his entire cabinet, including his chief legal advisor, the Attorney General, what now remains to be seen is the reconstitution of his cabinet and whether President William Ruto will make his cabinet leaner and who will make it back to the cabinet. Stephen Leto, Citizen TV, State House, Nairobi.